I bet I can guess what's on your mind.
Bet you can.
Guys, what is up? Welcome back to another edition of House Rules. This is our first edition of the house arrest episodes. That's what I'm calling it.
It's not. No one is on house arrest.
Well,
It's quarantine.
all right.
Everyone is on house arrest.
Okay. Well,
Saying we're on house arrest makes us sound cooler than we are.
I think we're pretty cool. Anyway, this is episode 14. 14 weeks of House Rules.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you guys have been tuning in, if you've been watching our live stream.
Should we tell them who we are?
Oh, I'm Alex Getlin.
I'm Rachel LaForce.
And we are here in Atlanta, Georgia, or just outside, in Marietta, Georgia, rather, escaping our home in Hollywood because of quarantine. But I got to give it up to my set designer here for helping me create this set. Would you call this 70s chic? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's very 70s chic. We've got these like really great mid-century modern his and her chairs.
I dig them.
Yeah, I think it's delightful. Paired it up nicely.
So, guys, real quick. So, if you're watching live on one of these streaming services we live stream this on, thank you. Awesome. And if you're hearing this either on iTunes, Google Play, maybe you watch the YouTube video, thank you for checking it out. And just know that we go live every Monday at 8:30 Eastern Time. What's wrong?
I had no idea where you were going with that.
I'm just letting everybody know if they're listening after the fact.
Thank you so much for listening.
They can tune in live.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, and if you're only listening, hop onto my YouTube or the Skewed Orbit YouTube page. We've got some great video here of this awesome set we have going on.
That fire is toasty.
It's very warm.
I will be honest.
It feels...
It is, wow, it's warm.
Yeah.
It's probably only a balmy 68 out.
Yeah,
So.
but I like it. So I've got a lot of great stuff. This is also, by the way, this is the last week that I'm going to be running this show, at least until next week. Because next week, Rachel is going to be in the producer's chair. Normally, I do all the segments because that's just how it panned out. But I'm letting Rachel grow her big girl legs. She's going to take over.
I mean, I feel like to say that I haven't produced anything isn't necessarily true.
You've produced hilarious punchlines to the bits that I...
For 14 weeks in a row. Give me a belt.
Yeah. What I mean is, so for all the segments that I've come up with...
I understand what you mean. Wait, so what do we have this week? So next week I'm going to be taking it over. I'm doing all the segments. I'm finding all the news.
Yep.
I've already got some fun stuff of should we buy this for our house? Mm-hmm. Except it's not so fun. It's stuff I just want you to say, yes, we can buy for our house so that I can have it.
Okay. Well, we'll do that next week. All right.
Do you know what I mean?
And thank you guys for chiming in, by the way, on Instagram and on Facebook. We'll get to your comments.
Guys, also, if you're digging this like 70s chic look, let
us know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm soups into it.
Well, this is way better than what we did last time.
Well, I mean, also, like, we're still globally in a collective trauma.
Yeah.
Now, for some of you, that might be a little too LA speak, but, like, I don't care your opinion on it. Like, it's fact. It's true. Like, we're all experiencing something that is the same collective experience and at different levels of like suffering and difficulty for all of us. So we were definitely feeling that of like driving across the country, wanting to stay consistent and then being like, are we... Because now, I don't know, for those of you, I know we have like a lot of friends and family that aren't a part of Hollywood and probably don't have every single person they know live streaming.
Yeah.
Everyone within our community is live streaming.
Literally everyone. And I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it.
Like, shout out to everybody who is going live. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, we're still trying to, like, produce a show, hence, like, this, like, fun 70s background and, like, wanting to make sure we're still, like, producing a good show for everybody.
Well, you know what I will say? I will say, honestly, between this and my other podcast, Thin the Herd, that I'm going to do solo until I get back to LA, it gives me something each week to kind of keep my mind focused on working towards. And I really... For me, it's definitely helping me stay sane during quarantine. Like,
I was going to say it's the only time I've worn pants.
Yeah, I put jeans on for this.
No, literally, since we left Los Angeles, I've not worn actual pants. I've worn yoga pants or house stresses.
Well,
Get at me. Which, I mean, that's not far from my daily life, but it's just been a more extended amount of time. Do you understand?
yeah, I think for you also, like, you like putting on makeup for this because it's like the one time a week you haven't.
I took so many selfies before this, you guys. Like, as the ring lights up, I put a full face of makeup on. I'm like, let's make something happen.
Well, you want to jump into the segments?
Yeah. What do you got?
Okay, so we're going to start. First segment this week is, should we buy this for our house? I'm going to drop in some fun music when you guys watch it later.
I feel like that off-the-cuff sound effect.
Well, when I buy that
Keep it.
fancy soundboard I'm saving up for, I'm going to hit a button and it's going to play it in real time. But,
Okay.
yeah,
But I'm going to reset it so it's still just my voice going,
Okay, anyway. So if you don't know, by the way, if this is your first time watching or listening, Should We Buy This For Our House is a game we came up with where I find items or services or products or something that I'm thinking maybe we could get it for the house. And then Rachel and I discuss, I present it to Rachel. She has no idea what it is. And we discuss, should we get it for the house?
should we get this for our house?
Okay, so I came up with 3 things this week, actually. 3 different items that have various levels of...
Absurdity?
They're all a little dumb, but honestly...
Shocker.
I think you might like some of the things I came up with.
Okay, what do you got?
So the first one, now I actually stumbled upon this. It was in my Instagram sponsored ads. I think I've been hanging around with you a lot.
Ooh, it's like a fun yoga mat?
It's in that world. It's in the wellness world.
Okay.
And at first I was like, this is dumb. But then I actually went on YouTube and watched some videos about what this thing is. And
then I thought, wow, this really is dumb.
No, I actually, in all seriousness, if we had a little bit of extra money, this might help me meditate and mellow out and all that good stuff.
It?
Okay, so
now I'm wanting it.
Okay, so here's what it is, and then read the description. Have you heard of these before?
No.
Okay, so
Calm 2, a traditional steel tongue drum.
Okay, now I'm gonna play you a quick video clip here, and again, I'll drop this in to post so you guys can check it out after the fact. And on YouTube, I'm going to have all the links in our show notes. I've been studying what I'm supposed to do for making good YouTube videos. So in the show notes, we'll have all the stuff here, okay? But let me pull up an example of what these calm drums are. Right, isn't that kind of cool? It's like a meditative...
Oh my God, can we get this now?
So it's a steel drum, and it has like a booklet, and it teaches you how to play. But isn't that kind of like... Isn't that kind of like, meditative music,
yeah,
right?
if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing with your life? But also...
It's just so like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, there's... So I've been doing a joke of like doing Marietta sound baths, and I just put my phone outside and play the sounds of Marietta because it's so beautiful.
Our backyard does sound.
It sounds so beautiful. But yeah, I think, how much is that?
It is $60.
What?
So
That's it?
I was going to say it's not cheap.
Dude, $60 for that much calm? Sign me up. Okay?
Yeah. And I wanted to...
a cocktail's $12.
Okay, so give me your... Now... read this from the red all the way to the video here, okay? Now,
that's a lot.
Well, read as much as you think is appropriate.
Okay.
But give it in your I know you're so... Hold on, I'm setting you up here. I'm helping produce this show. I know you're so good with your characters and your voices, so give me your, inner peace, your Zen, Buddhist, mellow, just sales lady trying to teach us about the calm drum, okay?
Sure. Did you know that 77... Oh, I already fucked it up.
I was like, it sounded like a sexy voice.
Did you? Oh, is that a sexy voice?
But it's calming, though.
Okay.
I like it.
I don't know if I have a calming voice.
Well,
which
just
is
read
probably
it.
why I'm not calm. Okay.
Yeah, you're not. But read it whatever speaks to you.
All right. Did you know that 77% of people suffer from stress? Stress can be the number one cause of what's holding you back in your daily life. Wow, what a sell. You know what I mean? They were already like, hey, idiot, tired of being stressed the F out? Buy our drum, you idiot. Inner peace is a state of mind. It's not only important when things move smoothly, but especially in times of trouble. Do you ever feel a little off? Your mind is telling you something. Stress can affect your work, home, and love life. A state of inner peace eliminates those anxieties, fears, and worries. Calm 2. Wait, what was Calm 1?
This is the upgraded model.
Oh.
So there was Calm 1. It's just another drum that's not as good, apparently.
Okay, well, I'm into it. They have so many accessories. Oh, look at this. They got a carrying bag.
So do you think we should each get one?
I feel like we probably only need one.
You don't want to do it together?
Although I would love to live in a world where you are in one room of our 2-bedroom apartment on your Calm 2 drum and I'm on mine. Do you know what I mean?
I'm into it.
This seems a little... Buying odd items online can be a daunting task. So we want you to realize there's absolutely zero risks in buying something and trying it out. If you don't like it, no hard feelings. We'll make it right. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, I'm on board.
So
I want it.
So you're okay. So item number 1, you're into it.
100%.
So see,
no shocker there.
It's not all ridiculous. Some of the stuff is actually worth getting. So you're welcome.
Okay.
Okay. Now...
I'm just going to add all of these to our registry. I want to be very clear. That's all that's happening.
Right. When we finally get married in a year from now, if the world hasn't ended. All right.
Why would you put that out there? The world is not going to end.
I'm just okay.
Also, how do we know? Maybe it already has. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A simulation.
Okay. All right. Here we
What's
go.
next?
All right. So, what is your least favorite chore? What is one of your least favorite chores?
Ooh, laundry.
How do you feel about taking out the garbage?
I mean, no one likes it.
Right. Now, what if I were to tell you that there was a trash can that takes itself out?
I would say, why do I need that when I have you?
Okay. Well, here's another item
These
that I
jokes write
found.
themselves.
Okay.
All right.
Here you go.
Oh gosh, we've got this like sad mom. I probably know her. You know what I mean? Just a non-union actor.
Let me just show you the video that comes
Okay.
with it. That'll do the trick here. Okay.
Because it's for sure a non-union gig.
With Tonu in your home, you don't have to deal with the smell, that sticky buildup, or that gross feeling that comes from having to touch the trash. You see, with a wave of your hand, Tonu's lid automatically opens. But most impressively, this trash can's secret weapon is an innovative sealing technology that seals the bag for you. So you can simply toss the trash without having to look at the mess or smell yesterday's leftovers. Then it's smart enough to close itself up and automatically pulls a new bag into place.
Okay, all right.
You're over it?
No, yeah.
You don't like it?
Well, first of all, her diction is not very good.
Okay. All right.
I went to theater school. Thank you. Secondly, like, okay, but that just felt like somebody was like, all right, we need to come up with something that, like, only somebody named Lauren or Ashley would buy.
What? Why?
Because I just mean, like, whose trash is so gnarly? Like, no woman that I know that looks like that or speaks like that would need a trash like that because her kitchen isn't disgusting. You know who needs a trash can like that? Willie Simon. That's like the only person.
You guys don't know who that is unless you do, in which case.
And you should follow him. Very, very funny comic.
So how much do you think that? So
$140.
120.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I know
so,
my products.
So basically, it's a trash can that you just wave your hand and it seals the bag for you. So
yeah, but it's also like the amount of batteries that takes, and then like it probably seals it, but not well enough. Then as soon as you pick it up, it's gonna rip. Like, just get heavy duty trash bags, and like don't be gross.
So we're 1 and 1.
Okay.
Yes to the calm drum, no to the self-sealing trash can.
Yeah.
Full admission, I thought it was a dumb product. I just thought it'd be funny to share with you.
Yeah, I mean, not surprised.
Okay, and last item this week. Now this one, this is a very stupid item, but I wouldn't hate it if somebody wanted to get it for us for our wedding registry or, just a gift or whatever.
Indoor skydiving.
Nope, even better. Okay, so check this out.
Body towels are out of date. You just stand on this and it dries you. That's what this is.
So it's a little like scale looking platform and you stand on it after you shower and it blows hot air all over you. So it dries your body towel free.
Oh, well, the best part about this is that they can't actually make an ad that shows naked people.
I know, yeah.
So they're all still wearing towels.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean? Like, they were like, I've got this great idea. Yeah, what is it? Well, it's a thing you step on and then it's going to dry you off, kind of like a hand dryer, but for your whole body. Well, that sounds swell. How should we market it? Well, like, it's like they thought about it and then they're like, oh,
That's
shit.
a good point.
This is great.
You like it?
I think it's great.
You're into it.
I'm totally into it. Eco-friendly, saves like so much. I mean, could you imagine like having toddlers that you're trying to like dry off when they get out of the shower, like your toddlers? If you have toddlers and they're taking showers, DM me.
What toddlers?
I need to know everything about your toddler.
Did you ever do this? So like I remember, I have vague memories when I was a little boy. My dad, like I showered with my dad.
Oh, really? That's, a time effective.
No, I mean no, I think it's to like teach a kid how to shower himself.
Oh.
Like it was one of those, I have like memories of like, oh, I'm going to shower with dad now. Because I do remember specifically, I don't know how little I was, probably like 4 or 5. And he would always shower in the morning before work, which is way too early for me, unless he had just cut the grass. So lawn days, he would like come in and all dirty, needed to shower up. And I guess for some reason that was a way that like, you teach a kid like, hey, this is how you bathe yourself. Anybody else shower with their mom or dad? So I
was like, I feel like we stumbled into quite a conversation. I'm going to move us along.
I'm pretty sure that's not that weird. I think it's normal. You ever did that with your mother, not your dad?
It's more bizarre than what I've heard. But yeah, if you're like 4 years old, 5 might even be a little old.
Maybe I was 3.
Like,
it was really little.
I think you were really little. I know your parents, and I'm sure it was 100% appropriate. Your dad's probably watching this right now being like, Alex, that's not what happened. Or he's like, yeah, we did. We taught him how to shower that way. Okay. Anyway, I think that this is the one touch body dryer. All right, I'm into it. Now, how much is it?
Okay, well, that's the thing. So, what's your guess here?
$230.
It's called the AIBRO body dryer, by the way. And
I feel like we could have done better with the name.
Yeah. Well, it turns out it's actually not on sale yet. So, it's a stay tuned. I just realized that it's not even out, so they're still...
Oh, you can't even buy it yet.
It's not out yet.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Right. Well...
So you say yes to the body dryer.
Yes.
No to...
that fake trash can situation.
And yes to the calm drum.
We are 100% getting the calm drum.
Okay. Wow, you're really into it.
Yeah, are you kidding?
Did you ever play any instruments growing up?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No. Well, that's not true. I did. My parents bought me a guitar, I think, when I was 15. And then there was a girl who was not very nice to me in high school because the guy that I was dating at the time had been dating her best friend.
Okay. And
it was like the worst. This person was not kind to me. And I'm not kidding you. I showed up for guitar lessons. There was only one other person in the guitar lesson, and it was her.
Wow. So how long did you stay?
I was in the guitar. I don't know. It was at Guitar Center. I was there for 6 weeks, and I was like, cool, not going to do this.
I could see you as a keyboard girl. Like, if you learned the piano and you could do some, fun Second City sketches.
I wish with everything I had that I would have learned the piano.
You know who teaches piano?
My Uncle Scott.
My brother, yeah.
I know, and that's the thing now where I'm like, I would love to have him teach our kids if they want to do it.
Yeah. I would like to learn the piano. I feel like the piano is the classiest instrument that's the most versatile. Violin is classy, but it's not, as versatile, I feel like.
I have a random dream. I would love to be the person who, when they have pianos in Nordstrom's or airports, and there's a little sign, it's like, play me, and then you've never seen one of those?
I do, yeah. I've seen,
and then there's those viral videos where somebody just innocuously sits down and then they're this killer player.
Give me a break. That was, of course it's set up.
Okay, well, that's a dream of mine. I would love to be that person who just,
I do feel like an impromptu piano playing surprise is way more enjoyable than an impromptu guitar playing surprise. If you're at a part,
oh yeah, I mean, if a man can play the piano, it's sexy. If a man's I play the guitar, I'm like, okay, goodbye.
Well, we do know some, our friend Luke Knoll's a phenomenal musician.
Well, I'm
and hilarious.
But I'm joking of I'm thinking of the archetype of the guy in college who's I can play Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah. What do you think about the guitar?
Haven't really thought about it.
That's kind of came and went, huh?
I guess that was kind of like a spork.
Yeah.
Spoon and a fork. That's it. You're done. All right.
That's all I have for that segment.
I will say though that there is something very romantic to me, in the platonic sense, about watching somebody play the piano during the holidays or something. Mm-hmm. This was before we had the internet that ruined togetherness,
Yeah. The internet really has ruined just about everything.
Yeah, other than like directions. You know?
Wait, okay, hold on. List the 3 things that you think the internet improved the most and ruined the most. Okay, 3 things that the internet has improved. Okay, directions.
Criminal investigations.
Good one.
And probably like helping with like mental illness.
How so?
Because more people are talking about it and there's more information. So even people that are like highly depressed or in a manic episode or whatever, or suicidal, at risk, can reach out and has all these different communities of people. And so realizing they're not so alone.
Wow. Okay. Deep answer.
I mean,
what 3 things has it ruined the most?
Oh gosh. Relationships.
Fact.
Oh gosh. Boredom. People don't know how to be bored.
Fair. Very fair. Yeah, that's a good one. What else?
Entertainment.
I'll give it to you.
I'm going to say that.
I did spring this on you out of the blue.
That's true. I'm going to say, yeah, first of all, these impromptu answers are phenom. But I would say I'm saying entertainment from the place of like as an entertainer now competing with like 13-year-olds that are just doing like, lip syncing to Ja Rule. Like, that's
deep
infuriating.
cut Ja Rule.
Yeah.
You
guys share the same birthday.
We do.
I don't know where that came from. All right. What else?
Next segment. All right. So this is a segment we started doing. It's called WTF Find of the Week. And so I stumble across a thing, just a weird thing, or it's like, are you kidding me, or whatever. So this, I'm just going to tell you about it, and then we're going to learn about it together, okay? Now, this is called, I think it's called AIBRO. I'm not making this up. It's spelled AIBRO.co. Okay, so it's AIBRO. All right, so check it out, right? It says, your AI-based chatbot alternative. Okay. AIBRO will communicate through Facebook Messenger on your behalf. All right.
Why would you ever want that?
So here's the video.
Messengers really make life easier, but sometimes there's just too much to handle. With AIBRO, you can have a pause in social messaging without ignoring anyone. All you need to do is teach it to answer like you do. And done. It's ready to talk on your behalf. Choose where you want it to answer and customize it to fit your needs and taste best. You can always see how the conversation is going on and reply only when you feel like it.
First of all, no. I actually think it's really smart. It's just software technology. Here is where they went wrong. Nobody read that and said, guys, this clearly just states AI bro. So the product is basically,
it's called AIBRO.
I know, but listen, so the product is in the same way of like if you use your voice activation software, the more you use it on your phone, the more accurate it becomes, right? So the more you use Siri or anything like that, the more accurate. Siri? I
think it's Siri.
Yep. Weird. The more accurate it becomes. So it's the same thing of like, if you are somebody who, if you don't have an assistant, but you're like running a small business or you stay-at-home mom or something where you're really busy, can't get back to people in time, you can teach your phone basically what your auto responses would be, and so that it can get back to people. Pretty brilliant idea,
You know
right?
what is hilarious to me? The thought of 2 AI bots talking back and forth in like this endless loop.
That's a great Wow. That's a great second city sketch. The thing that makes me laugh, though, is that it's literally called AI Bro. So I just imagine it's like, what's up, y'all? What's up, dude? My name's Derek.
I like White Claw and 4 Loko.
What's up? Sometimes I wakeboard. So get at me. Like
Post Malone, if you're watching, I'm your boy.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like nobody spotted that and was like, hey, I'm sorry, Maureen, I think this is a great product. Kind of want to go over the name. I don't like.
Yeah, it is weird they called it AIBRO.
All right.
Yeah.
So people are using it.
You're into it. It kind of scares me. I would be, I
We're
guess.
so far past, though. Anytime
Yeah,
I hear
that's
that,
fair.
and listen, like, it should scare you. But anytime people are like, our phones are listening. Yeah, no shit. They've been listening to us for however long. I don't have time to get into it. You know what I mean? And we can log onto a chat room and talk all about technology. But I'm just saying where it's like, we're so far past that.
Yeah.
We've given up all of our cookies. Like now, if you notice, anytime you go to a new website or download a new app, it
asks
asks you.
Do you ever care?
Oh, at this point I've had Instagram and I share everything about my life. Like at this point, I'm like, there's no getting my data back.
Right.
There's no like I do think now the only thing that we can do is better put in place what is the ethical way to share data. Like that's why the big hack was or the great hack, watch it on Netflix if you haven't, was so informative and so important because it was talking about the way that our data is being negatively used against us. I don't think that there's really anything wrong if it's like, you know, again, like I like my Instagram ads. They are targeting me. I find more things that like I would use or be likely to use or things that make my life easier. I think there's so many great things that are happening with innovation. I do still think that there is a right and a wrong way to deal with those things.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those, like it would be so hard to get to have like a place where people fight for the right back, fight to get back their privacy.
Oh, you're never sorry, friends. That's gone with the wind.
Dude, how bummed out would you be? Like, what if there was like a cool like restaurant or whatever, and you were chatting and you thought it was a person, and you get there and and then when you like finally arrive at the business, you find out it was just their AI bro that you've been talking to the whole time.
But would they be at the restaurant or the AI bro? Because that would be a little disappointing.
No, like you get there, like, oh, I'd love to meet the person who handles your social media contacts.
Oh.
And you know what I mean?
Well, I wonder that because I like tag a lot of different businesses in my Instagram account and occasionally, but it's so easy to tell a lot of the time that like a lot of these social media marketers and stuff are like young women.
Yeah.
Because you can just tell in the way that they like communicate with you. But anyway.
Unless it's AI female, that it makes no sense. Okay. All right. Well, that was it for
What would her name be? AI Nicole.
Well, Becky's too obvious.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I feel like, what's like an annoying white girl's name? It has to be a normal name that was altered for no reason. Like
Ashley, but spelled bizarre?
No, or like, it's not Crystal, it's Bristol, or something like ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Okay. All right.
Oof.
So.
This fire feels...
It's toasty. Yeah.
Hot.
But it adds so much ambiance.
It does. It does. We're still digging the 70s vibe. Sue Painter, shout out. She said nice fire.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Sue? Thank you for watching. Okay. So now we're going to jump into our last segment that we do every week. What is it, Rachel?
Rachel learns the news.
Rachel learns the news. So,
guys,
guys,
we're joking.
If it wasn't self-explanatory, this is the segment where I teach Rachel the news. What's going on in the world? Okay. Now, I didn't do any COVID stuff, really. Nothing about coronavirus because there's enough of that out there. And I didn't even do any bad news. I'm sick and tired of bad news. We need some good news.
I think so.
You know, we really need some fun news. And I actually got inspired by someone that we are both a huge fan of from something he's doing right now. So here, read this headline out loud.
Buzz Aldrin.
No, but equally important to America, maybe, but more handsome and young. Read this headline.
Oh, yeah. People are crying. Okay.
You know about this. Yeah.
Yes. John Krasinski has launched a YouTube channel dedicated entirely to good news.
First of all, love it. Amen to him. And normally I'm like, ugh, celebrities. Stop caring about being irrelevant. Fuck off. But this actually is pretty fun. Have you watched any of it? It's actually very charming.
Well, I know, but I already carry such a flame for John Krasinski that I'm like,
no pun intended, right?
I mean, you know how much I love him.
I know.
Like such a charmer.
Do you prefer him as Jack Ryan or Jim Halpert?
I kind of feel like this is like, you know, a lady on the street but a freak in the bed kind of situation.
No, it's a lady in the street, freak in the sheet. Or lady in the streets, freak in the sheets.
Okay, well, either
way. Or in
way,
her tweets.
Clearly. Hopefully not in her tweets. Anyway, I like a little bit of both. Like a little bit of Jim, a little bit of Jim. But I think Jack Ryan wins for me overall.
Sexier.
Well, Jim's like a little whiny.
You think so?
I think so. A little bit.
I feel like if you go back and rewatch that show, he was always into like pranks. Like, it's fun to watch on television, but how awful would it be to have like a coworker who like spent all that time doing those elaborate pranks?
I know, but also think about how annoying it would be to have Dwight Schrute as your like desk mate.
Yeah.
I think we're the only people right now that are talking about The Office. Okay. Reading the news can be a tough task now. Bad news seems to submerge most of what we digest as we remain in the midst of a global pandemic. But John Krasinski, also known as Jim from The Office, is here to provide us with nothing but the good stuff. I think it's just so charming because I always say that I feel like authenticity is undeniable, and
Yeah.
I feel like it is such an authentic thing that he's choosing to do, and it's simple. It's like a very, it's like at his home, he made like that cute little sign, or his kids made the sign that's in the background, and like that's
just
the thing.
SGN, some good news. That's the
And
network.
that's like, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it.
You're a big fan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I took inspiration from that, and I actually got inspired to find 2 other good news stories that I wanted to share with you today. All right. So here's one. Now this is a little bit dated. This started a couple days ago, but it's still going. So what are your thoughts on Dolly Parton?
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Okay. Well, do you know about her new project?
Well, she had a show on Netflix.
This is different.
What is she doing? Ah! Stop.
Read it.
Good Night with Dolly premieres on April 2nd.
Okay, now give me your best Dolly Parton voice and read what this project is.
I don't have a very good Dolly Parton voice. I don't want to.
You could do it. You could do it as Tracy. What would Tracy think of this?
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't know. Y'all, Dolly Parton. I mean, hire the hair closer to God, y'all.
Actually, here, let me pull up the actual site, and you can read the description on the site, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
And
yeah,
then-
and
And they'll explain to everybody what this is, okay?
well, it's funny because my introduction to Dolly Parton was not through music. It was through the movie Steel Magnolias.
Would I like it? I feel like probably not.
No. But it's so good.
Okay, well, here, read this.
Okay. Good Night with Dolly.
You got to do it as Tracy.
Just let me do it. Good Night with Dolly. Imagination Library Bedtime Stories with Dolly Parton. Everyone's favorite book lady is bringing children and families everywhere just what they needed during a time of unrest. Good Night with Dolly is a 10-week special series of weekly videos featuring Dolly Parton reading select imaginary library books. That's so delightful. I mean, she created a whole world.
Yeah, 10 weeks.
Well, I mean, Dolly World, but yes, also
Yeah.
10 weeks of
Here's
that.
some of the, here's a couple of the titles of the books. Give me your, I'm going to read the title, and you give me your first response guess of what the story's about, okay?
Great.
All right. Coat of Many Colors.
Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Llama Llama Red Pajama.
It's a llama wearing red pajamas.
Max and the Tagalong Moon.
Max, find your own friends. You know what I mean?
There's a hole in the log on the bottom of the lake.
Why are we swimming all the way down there? I have better things to do.
Last stop on Market Street.
Well, I'm glad we made it.
Violet the Pilot.
Cute.
I Am Rainbow.
It's okay to be gay.
Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon.
Oh, that feels like me. It's okay to be taller than boys.
And Pass It On.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. Well, I'd like that because, it's something everybody can enjoy. Dolly's doing her part to give back. I'll be honest, guys, it was not easy to find good news right now. It has been a struggle.
But, the interesting thing is that I feel like it's always been a struggle. Because
Yeah.
even prior to this, where I was like, I don't want to do this
Fair.
segment anymore because I was like, I'm just getting more and more upset. And anyway, that was fun. That's it? Those are the 2 for the news?
No, I have one more.
Oh.
So John Krasinski inspired me to look up good news.
Oh, okay.
Then Dolly Parton. And then this is another one I found. This is pretty cool. It involves another celebrity. Right here in Atlanta, somebody doing their part to give back to people struggling right now with coronavirus stuff going on.
Tyler Perry, $21,000 tip to help struggling ATL restaurant workers. Tyler Perry is an angel, and he proved it once again when he went to Houston's restaurants are still open?
For takeout.
No, I know. I meant like in general, because
Oh.
the Houstons that were over by us are no longer. So
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So he went to a Houston's restaurant in Atlanta Sunday and left a $500 tip for each of the 42 out of work servers. Tyler's a big fan of the chain, clearly, and has been driving over to the north side. Oh, it's the one on Northside Parkway. Know where this is. Okay. Wow. That's great. It's a lifesaver to those out of work employees. The federal money. Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah, it's $500 to 42 different servers.
That's great.
Yeah. Should we get Houston's takeout for your birthday?
Maybe.
Yeah, they have a limited menu, but...
Guys, I am really excited. So I'm going to be celebrating my 21st birthday here in quarantine.
Okay.
And you were so disgusted by that. I'm kidding.
No, it's just like the hackiest joke. Like the 10th anniversary of my 21st birthday. It's like, okay, we get it. You're older. Like, come on.
Oh, I didn't say it was the 10th anniversary. I'm turning 21 for the first time.
Even that is, come on. You're better than that.
So angry.
I'm not angry. I just know you can do better.
You know what? That's what you need from a partner. Somebody who's always pushing you.
Someone who keeps you accountable.
Thank you.
You're
Guys,
welcome.
celebrating my birthday in quarantine, as I'm sure many millions of people around the world are. But I'm really wanting to like make it something super fun. So we're going to do a quick live stream that it's a Friday. So Friday, May 1st, we're going to do a special bonus House Rules episode. And so I am turning 34, which is so crazy to me. So we're going to do something fun with that number of like, you know, we'll probably
34 soda waters.
Yeah, so I'm going to chug 34 soda waters
You can buy
on
two
air.
$34 entrees.
Ooh, yeah. So we're going to come up with some fun things like that. If you can think of something that has to do with 34, either a favorite memory from when you were 34, where you hope to be by the time you're 34, anything like that, DM them to us, send them our way.
Give me your favorite and least favorite birthday memory.
Well, my least favorite was probably, I think I was turning 7 or 8, and I was so spoiled that I laid out all of my presents, but I wouldn't let anybody that was at my birthday party touch them. I just like laid them out in a row because I'm so OCD. And my behavior just worsened. And so my mom, I think I was like spanked all of like 4 times in my entire life. And one of them was my 8th birthday. And I had to sleep in her room by myself. And she slept in my bedroom with everybody from my birthday party. And they got to eat ice cream and watch Mrs. Doubtfire.
That is so funny.
So
I've heard that story before, but it's still like so hilarious to
Yeah.
me. That was your worst birthday.
That was my worst birthday.
What was your best birthday?
Oh, gosh. This is just because it's the first one that I thought of, but when I turned 12, or maybe, no, my 11th birthday, I was in 5th grade, and my parents that were divorced, shout out for being such great co-parents, asked me what I wanted to do, and I said I wanted to go to Panama City, and they said, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That was what you wanted to do for 12?
No, when I was 11. So
Okay.
my biggest dream at 11 was to go to Panama City for my birthday.
Florida.
And yep.
Okay.
You heard that right. And they said, it gets better. They said, do you want to, where do you want to stay? And I said, no, I want to camp.
What fever dream did you cook this up in?
I was the biggest redneck apparently at 11.
Do
My
you,
biggest
do you
dream.
know where this intuition to go to Panama City came from?
Well, we'd always gone to Panama City to go.
Oh, you had been before.
Yeah, it wasn't like, Mom, you know where I want to go? Panama City, Florida.
Well, I didn't know if it was like you saw like the MTV Spring Break Party on television.
No,
and,
no,
okay.
no. It was just like we had been there, and so like I don't know. So that's where I wanted to go. So we went to Panama City, Florida, and we camped. And my parents, who were so lovely and were co-parenting, slept in the same tent. And they took not only me, we had a minivan at the time. Shout out to the Honda Odyssey, and I brought 3 of my best friends, and we listened.
Are you still friends with them?
On social media.
Shout out to you ladies if you're watching.
Yeah, Joanna Eljazar, Nicole Cargill, and Debbie Ann Armengau, Shayna Herring. So the 4 of them.
Well, apparently only 3 were best friends, and one was the.
Oh, well, I forgot Shayna came. So it was the 4 of us.
You hear that,
4,
Shayna?
So 5 of us.
Wow.
Congrats, Shayna. She's
Shots
pregnant. No, just why are you doing that? Being an instigator.
That's what I do.
Gosh.
I'm a
So
producer.
anyway, went to Panama City and got to I think we listened to Spice Girls. That was when Debbie Ann had just gotten a portable CD player. and she was like so OCD about it skipping, and like so she just held it in her lap, like didn't want to like set it down on anything. And I think we listened to Mbop and Spice Girls probably on repeat the entire time, and my parents took me, and we all got matching glow in the dark jackets, which I still have mine somewhere.
Bop and Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you named the one hit by Hanson and then the band. Like, you didn't say Hanson and Spice Girls. You said Mbop and Spice Girls.
Because I only remember listening to Mbop.
It was their only hit, right?
I mean, their first CD is not bad. And
honestly,
have I heard their second and third CDs? Yes.
If I saw that Hanson, like when all this ends and we can go out to events again, if Hanson was playing at a bar near us and it was like $15 or less, I would totally go see them.
Yeah.
I might even throw down 20.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Can you name any other songs by Hanson?
I couldn't name them, but if you played the album right now, I probably would know all the words to all the songs. Wait, where's the love? It's getting enough. It makes the world go round and around.
I feel like objectively.
I have no idea how that just came out of like.
I'm impressed.
The caverns of my mind.
I kind of remember that. I feel like objectively, Hanson, they were more talented than the Spice Girls, right?
Like, 100%. They actually like wrote and like made all of their music.
Yeah. Well, the Spice Girls, were they like one of those, like they were created by?
Yeah. I mean,
do you have a favorite?
No hate. I feel like there's like I'm like a little bit of all of them. You know what I mean? But I think ultimately I'm a Ginger Spice.
I did see their movie multiple times. I remember watching, like I rented. Remember when we had to like rent VHS tapes?
I do, but I don't know why you would have rented Spice Girls.
I had eclectic tastes. I liked them a variety of things. I remember I watched it twice in a row. But I remember sometimes I would like.
Wait, how old were you? Did you just do it because you thought they were hot girls?
I think so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I honestly don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was part of it. And I think like.
You were such a pubescent teen. Like that makes sense to me.
Was or am?
Well, some days.
Did you vacation a lot as a kid? Everybody went together or just with one parent at a time?
I did a lot of trips with my mom, and then my dad took me to the beach every year. And then
which one?
We went to Isle of the Palms in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
That was like our beach trip.
Nice.
So we did that once a year. And then, that was the birthday trip that we did. And, I mean, my parents got divorced when I was really young, so I don't remember a lot of, like, big family trips. But like I said, they always, like, did a lot of, like, co-parenting, so everything kind of, like, flows together.
Well, I know we're doing this out of order from how we normally do it, because normally we do like a recap of what's going on and then we do segments.
Right.
We kind of did a quick recap, but now that we've like been like in quarantine, right? Like this is our life now. Like we are here until who
here
knows
in front of this fire.
I feel like you've done a pretty good job acclimating. Now, to be fair, we have a big house and a yard, and we got out of the city. But what do you think it is that's made you able to not lose your mind? Because I feel I honestly, I don't say this lightly, I don't know if we'd still be together right now if we stayed in that Hollywood apartment.
Like we wouldn't be getting married, or I would have found other arrangements.
I think you would have been like, I love you, I can't be here right now, I will see you when quarantine ends. I don't think it would have ended our engagement.
No, I know. But you are correct. It would have been way more difficult, but it's just, I mean, listen, we are both very big personalities. We have very much of the same yet conflicting energy. Being in that small, the house, like, it's also just, it's not a conducive place. We get like suffocated there when we get to leave the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a small apartment. I'm very grateful for it, but it's a small apartment. And being here, you're just asking me why I haven't lost my mind?
Well, more of you're very big on like sharing wellness and healing tips and all that stuff. Why you love the calm drum?
Yeah.
So much. Just like, what's your take on all this? Now that we've like settled in, we're a couple weeks into quarantine. You seem to have found a routine. A lot of sleeping in until about 11:30 or noon, and then you get up and you're pretty productive. I'll give you this: you're really productive from about noon-ish to about sunset. Pretty good. 8 hours. Solid. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm trying to split my day. So you want me to tell you what my routine is?
You tell us.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm a night night owl naturally just because of like work and stand up and whatever. And every year, like I finally this last year, I was like, I'm going to stop saying my New Year's resolution is to like read more books. Like I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like I brought 5 books with me. I haven't opened one of them. And I wish I were joking. So another one that I've decided is it's like, just go off of your rhythm. If your rhythm is to stay up late and sleep in, let that be your rhythm. If you're not a morning person, it's not the end of the world. So my number one tip is anything like that of like the standards you hold yourself to, you got to give yourself grace. Like that was a thing where I was like, I should be waking up early. And it's like, you're surviving. Let that be enough. Doesn't matter.
Also, why? Where are we going?
I know, but it's still where... Yes, but I think people still want that sense of normalcy more than ever. So anyway, I try to split my day. I still try to have a full 8-hour day, and then I split it half between creative endeavors. So I normally wake up, get my coffee, and then I start writing. So if I don't write first thing in the day, I'm not going to do it. So I'll write and then find a stopping point, and then I'll either do something outside. So either run or bike or just meditate outside. Then I'll do all of like my social media stuff that I have to do for career stuff. So putting out new videos or whatever I need to do. Then I'll like keep checking off on that list. So either go back to writing or something. So I do about 4 to 5 hours on career stuff every day. And then because we're here at the house, then I've been splitting the other time doing stuff on the house. So this whole last week, like I basically did all new landscaping on the front of the house.
I will say I'm very impressed, and maybe we'll do a little quick video, and I'll drop that in somewhere in here. A little like HGTV, but it'll be.
I mean, it looks good though.
It looks very good.
Yeah,
you did a lot of work.
So that's what we've been able to do. Because I know a lot of people are like, "Where are you? How do you have this house?"
Wait, I want to jump off a point you made because I'll give you my answers, but I want to hear your answers. Because you said one. What are the things that you're like, oh, I'm going to do so much of this, and you're like, I still have no motivation to do it? You said reading books. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Anything else that you're like, I'm going to do this, and you're like, I have not been motivated to. And then what else is something that's like, it's on the docket. You're like, I'm going to get to that. No, you really, truly believe you're going to make it a point before this is over. Like, I'm going to get to that thing.
I don't think I have one. Because I really have just like this whole year in general for me has been about like do the things that need to get done. So like I guess mine for me would be these scripts that I'm writing.
Okay.
But that's been like a thing that I'm actually very proud to say that I got all of my first quarter goals done.
Nice.
Like I was like I'm on track.
But there isn't anything that, other than reading books that you were like, I'm going to do that, and you're like, no.
I think like being a better cook. Like, okay. I'm a good cook. You come to my house, I'm a very good, like, entertainer. I'm a good hostess, make you a nice little charcuterie board, cook you up a pretty good meal. But it's nothing that you're going to leave and be like, wow, like, LaForce really knows how to cook.
That's actually one of my goals is we have not 1, but 2 slow cookers in this house.
Yeah.
I want to go and figure out some recipes. And I didn't realize how easy it is. You just chop it all up, throw it in there, and leave it.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
I never really realized how, I mean, hence, it makes sense, but... We should do a Costco run tomorrow and, learn how to slow cook.
All right.
You don't seem as excited as...
I just thought that was like, you just looked at me very seductively when saying that. And I was like, of course it would be about Costco.
Oh, or food.
But yeah, I think, I think reading is the biggest one because I'm still like, dude, you only have to read for like an hour a day. But that's just why I have to up the amount of either like podcasts that I listen to or now I just buy books on tape. Because I love to learn.
It's a good point.
It's not that I don't enjoy reading. It's just that I don't have good retention. My ADD and ADHD are way too powerful where like I'll read 2 pages and go, I have no freaking clue what I just read. No idea. But I can tell you everything that every single person in this house said and what the neighbor said outside. Because I was attuned to that, didn't read anything on this page. So just giving up. Why? Why try? It's a waste of money.
Yeah, wow. Seems like you should really hold on to that anxiety and angst about your reading skills.
Well, that's why I'm trying to run. You know what I mean?
You haven't been running.
That is it. That's not true.
You've been working hard in the yard, but running?
Yeah. Today was the first day I didn't go for a run.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we did ride bikes.
Yeah. Today was the first day that I didn't go for a run.
You're very scared to go down the hill fast.
I really am.
I will say
I'm so scared. I mean, I have like okay health insurance, but like I'm not trying to like go into the medical system right now. You know what I mean? Like
it'll be hilarious, not hilarious, but like in, a night theoretical scenario. It's like, oh my God, what happened to Rachel? COVID? No, bicycle accident.
She just fell. Like, where was she? She was literally just going down a hill. It's Yeah. Especially because there's so many kids in the neighborhood that ride their bikes. And I'm like, it felt like the first time that I went skiing, and the family I went with was kind enough and they bought me ski lessons. And the kids, like the children, like 3-year-olds in ski school were going faster than me down the mountain. And I was like, this is humbling.
Yeah, you don't strike me as somebody who can handle like any sort of physical danger of any capacity.
It doesn't make any sense because then on the flip side, I do like so much public speaking and stand up and all these things where I'm like bearing my soul, getting on stage, asking people to look at me, which is a terrifying thing.
Yeah, but there's no physical element to that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is that it's interesting that like where the line is drawn for me of like what I'm willing to do and then what I'm like, too much.
Well, here's the other difference though too, right? Is like you get stage fright sometimes, but the reward of overcoming that seems to be much more valuable to you than the reward of like going fast down a hill on a bicycle.
Yeah.
Like you don't seem to care that much about going fast on a bike. And the thought of the very unlikely scenario in a safe neighborhood with no cars around of you somehow crashing, which I don't like, where does this come from? The bike is safe. You're not going to crash. There's nobody around.
I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with logic.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
all right. What else you got for me? Anything else? Should we wrap it up?
We can.
Oh, that just sounded so sad. I didn't mean to make you sad.
I didn't know you were so ready to have this over with.
I feel like we're at an hour. I feel like we did it.
We're almost at an hour. Not quite.
All right.
Well, let me ask you. Okay, so this is what I wanted to kind of say on that note. What's helped me for this quarantine time is just accept the fact that you're not going to get here's where I was feeling like guilty and I was getting in my own head. So everybody's like, you have all this time, you're going to get so much done, productivity no matter what, out the wazoo, and it's like, that's not a good attitude. This is not, like for me, and I think a lot of people, this is not a conducive environment for like nonstop creativity. You know what I mean? So I've found, like for me, actually exercising is not as easy as I thought it would be. Weirdly, I have a much easier time exercising when I'm like, oh, I've got like this hour to take jujitsu today, and I'm going to do like a bike ride to get to work, and that's my exercise. Whereas here, I'm like, I could do it in the morning or in the evening, or it is sort of like the lack of time crunch in a weird way is almost debilitating to me. Like, I guess it's just I have to be so much more regimented with my scheduling. And then same with I've been teaching myself a lot of stuff about like technology, live streaming, tech stuff to really up our podcasting and whatnot. And again, I guess I've just found that like it's so hard to motivate myself in this time. Like I'm still struggling with it. I had in my head, I was like, oh, I have a character I'm trying to write a script around. I'm going to do it now. And it's like, I'm just not inspired and I don't want to force it, but it's been like, I don't know. That's been the hardest thing for me is I feel like I was so ready to be like, we're going to get to Georgia and we're just going to work creatively rather. What did I just say?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think you blacked out.
You get what I'm saying though,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think a lot of people struggle with that in general. And I think not the only reason. I mean, I have worked through that need for motivation. I mean, I will give myself the credit of that. But also saying that I think it's been easier for me to stay on track with my goals and operate in spite of is because I'd already had, not saying you don't have a plan. That's not what I mean to ensue, but
I mean, I have a loose one.
But because I've had such, like the beginning of the year, I had already made my quarterly goals. Like I knew which scripts I wanted to get to. I knew what things I wanted to get done. I knew what I wanted submitted. So it's a little bit easier for me because I'm not generating something new out of the blue. Like that would be very difficult to be like, oh, I want to be creative now. Like, what should I do? I feel like that would be very difficult. But because I'm like, okay, I already outlined the script. Now I finished the last one. Now it's time to move on to this one. And, but I also have found that like I have even more restlessness than I normally have. So like it's a lot.
Yeah, me too. Why do you I feel that like I'm very restless and I should feel like, yeah, just kick up our feet. And we're fortunate enough where we know that we can be okay for a few months before we have to like really be like, what is going on, right? So like I don't know, like why am I so restless right now?
Because we can't do anything.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess if I knew when this was ending, I would be way more chill.
Well, that's why I encourage people, and I know that everybody's experiencing this differently, and some people, have kids and they're like, I'm ready for my kids to go back to school. Like, this is crazy. Or some people, I know that there's a lot of suffering. So let's take all of the outliers out of this, right? Let's assume that most of us, and probably those of you that are watching this, like, there's daily stressors, there's things that are frustrating, there's maybe some financial insecurity, but overall, like, we're all gonna be okay, right? And so I've just tried to, if I can see that I like that part of like appreciation, and then I'm trying just to like, what can I learn about myself, or what can I, and like for me personally, like it's just allowed me to like slow down because there isn't anything to do. So it actually gives me the time to think through like, okay, what do I want to do next? Which is like the most beautiful, gratifying thing in the world, because normally it's like, okay, put your shoes on. Okay, you got to go to work. Okay, now it's 3 a.m. You just got home from work. Okay, go to bed. Wake up. Go to
that's a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I actually get to decide what I want to do. Like I don't think that most of us
working on the yard and the house here has been very therapeutic for you.
Oh my God!
For sure.
I mean, thank God. Like I mean, again, it's just been like a way for me to turn my brain off.
Dude, you're killing it. That little rock path you built looks amazing.
Dude. It's like wraps around the house, man.
Check our Instagram if you're just listening. I'm going to have a clip on there for you guys.
I'm pretty stoked about it. But yeah, I think that's my biggest, and like, or like reach out. Let us know, like, how are you? What are the things that are like enabling you to get by? What things are causing you like a lot of anxiety? What things like, I mean, definitely share. I mean, going back to what we talked about earlier of like, what things did the internet ruin and what things did they make better? Like, that's what I think is so funny, where it's like watching all of these people in isolation, yet everybody's doing more or less the same thing. Yeah, like it's very bizarre.
Well, that's the funniest thing is like I mean, they are of course doing the same thing, because what else could we be doing? But you know what I will say has been hilarious? The number of people that overnight all of a sudden became fitness experts teaching classes on Zoom.
Oh, so many people teaching classes.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, if you were a fitness instructor before this, good on you. Like our friend Kurtu, she's a badass yoga and bar class teacher.
Dude, I took her bar class and I thought I died.
And she's teaching it online and she's killing it. But some people who shall remain nameless, you don't start teaching fitness classes online when you never did. I mean, listen, we're all doing what we got to do to survive here, but it just feels ridiculous, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like give people grace.
I mean, we're doing
like,
this.
But I always say, where I'm like, this is a thing, and we were live streaming prior to all this happening.
We were live streaming before everybody was live streaming.
And making all of it happen. But I mean, again, I think this is my biggest piece of advice of like, whatever you got to do to stay sane that is in your greater good, do that thing. Like you know what I mean? Like that's all you can do, I think.
Yeah.
But we're rounding out at an hour.
I think
we're going off. Anything else?
That was it for me. I just, I wanted to kind of end on a little like words of wisdom. I'm trying to do more of that on this podcast.
Ooh, that's what we can add. We can end with that segment.
Okay, so words of wisdom, Rachel.
Oh, I thought I already just did that for about 20 minutes. You want more? Okay.
You don't have to.
Cleansing breaths.
No,
that's the biggest one.
Do it in your wise old lady voice.
No. Cleansing.
Why? That's my favorite.
Well, I will. She's not wise. She's just crotchety and frustrated. COVID. Oh, we get to be at home with your family. I don't like them. They all gather around me. Grandma, are you okay? No, you're all in my face. Here's what I want you to do. When everybody's getting around you and you're getting frustrated and your kids are like, feed me. And you're like, how can you not feed yourself? You are 12. I want you to breathe in. And I want you to breathe out God's love, because we're going to be okay.
That was great. On that note, what's her name? Sybil, right? That's her name? Okay.
Sybil.
Stay tuned. We'll have clips of Sybil coming up soon. Those will be really fun. I think that was good.
That was great.
So you're going to produce next week. So
I'm producing. It's all me.
You're bringing the segments for me.
I'm bringing it.
I'm just going to show up.
That's it.
You ready for this?
Well, you're still going to set everything else up. I will bring.
Yes, I'll do all this.
I will bring all of it.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for watching live if you did. Thank you for listening if you did. Or watching on YouTube after the fact. So we are here live every Monday, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. And you can listen to us on iTunes, Google Play. Watch the full videos on YouTube. And, I'm Alex Getlin.
And I'm Rachel LaForce.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.